the discourse of using English word while we are talking in mother tongue. An example was given. A lady brought firewood in the Ramarava's house. Ramarava's son came out to pay the lady. He said that he is not having the change. Asked her to come next morning, and the woman was not able to understand what is the meaning of the word change, and then she went away grumbling. She went away muttering. And narrator says that he was also not knowing what was the meaning of this word change, but later on he went to Ranga's house and he asked him. Then only he understood what was the meaning of this word. This priceless commodity, the English language, was not so widespread in our village a decade ago. This particular sentence you have to understand very clearly. If you write in English examination, English is a priceless commodity, you will lose your mark. You have to understand the context here. ഇവിടെ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത് English not priceless commodity. Even though it is written, this priceless commodity, the English language. What is a priceless commodity? The firewood which was given has become a priceless commodity. Using of English while speaking in Malayalam or Kannada or in our mother tongue, it is using out of place. That is a priceless commodity. So here the reference is to the payment of the the firewood. Because he told that no change, she was not able to understand. She thought that she is not getting any price for the commodity which she has sold. Was not so widespread in our village a decade ago. So a decade ago, 10 years ago, when this lesson was written, he says that English language was not very much widespread in their community or in their village. That was why Ranga's homecoming was a great event. So that is the reason why Ranga, when he came from Bangalore, after his study, it was a big event. People rushed to the doorstep announcing the accountant's son has come. The boy who had gone to Bangalore for his studies is here, it seems. And come, Ranga is here. Let's go and have a look. When you are studying in Navodaya school, all of you are Navodaya products, we know, class 11. Isn't it? You have already completed 5 years of your study in Navodaya. So when you come to Navodaya school, after 4 months, 5 months, when you return home, sometimes your neighbors come to see you. But here the situation is different. Nowadays many people are going to city or to Navodaya school or other schools to study, and they come maybe once or twice or thrice in a year only. But here Ranga's going to Bangalore was not a regular course. Very few people went, and that is why when Ranga came back, the villagers announced themselves that it seems that accountant's son has come from Bangalore. Let's go and see. Because they are all curious to find out what changes have taken place in him. So all of them ran. Attracted by the crowd, I too went and stood in the courtyard and asked, why have all these people come? There is no performing monkey here. So the narrator also attracted by the crowd. When you are moving towards from the town, if you find a group of people running towards a particular destination, the people who see without knowing the reason, they will also run behind them. Why are you running? If you ask them, they will say, we don't know, everybody is running, we are also running. So anyway, attracted by the crowd, when the crowd started moving to Ramarava's house, the narrator also went there. When he reached there, he found that there was a huge crowd. Villagers have just joined there. Many of them came. And that is why the narrator asked, why have all these people come? Why all these people have come to this house? There is no performing monkey. He just jokingly only said that there is no performing monkey. What is performing monkey? നമ്മൾ സ്ട്രീറ്റിൽ കൂടെ പോകുന്ന സമയത്ത് മങ്കികളെ കൊണ്ട് സർക്കസ് കളിപ്പിക്കുന്ന ആൾക്കാരെ കാണുമ്പോൾ ആൾക്കാർ കൂട്ടം കൂടും. അതേമാതിരി ഇവിടെ ഒരു ഷോ ഒന്നും ഇല്ലല്ലോ എന്നാണ് the narrator has said in a joking way. A boy, a fellow without any brains, said loud enough for everyone to hear, what are you doing here then? A youngster, immature and without any manners, thinking all these things were now with the past, I kept quiet. So when the narrator said that why all people have come here, there is no performing monkey. One boy among that group, it is mentioned that a fellow without any brains. അവന് തലച്ചോറില്ല, അവന് ബ്രെയിൻ ഇല്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ബുദ്ധിയില്ലാത്തവനാണ്. കാരണം എന്താണ്? He made a remark against an elder. പ്രായം ചെന്ന ആൾക്കാർ എന്തെങ്കിലും പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതിനെതിരായിട്ട് പറയുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ പണ്ട് കാലത്ത് അങ്ങനെ പറയാറില്ല. ഈവൻ ഇഫ് ദേ ഹാവ് മേഡ് എ സ്മോൾ മിസ്റ്റേക്ക് ദ യങ്സ്റ്റേഴ്സ് വിൽ ടോളറേറ്റ്. ബട്ട് വാട്ട് ഹാപ്പൻസ്, ഹി സേസ് ദാറ്റ് ദിസ് ഫെലോ വാസ് വിതൗട്ട് ബ്രെയിൻ. He was not having brain എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ബുദ്ധി ഇല്ലാത്തവനാണ്. ആൻഡ് ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് വൈ he spoke loud enough for everyone to hear. എല്ലാവരുടെ മുമ്പിൽ ഇയാളെ കളിയാക്കാൻ ശ്രമിച്ചു. എന്താണ്, what are you doing here then? If you say that there is no performing monkey, then why did you come here? ആരോടാ ചോദിക്കുന്നത്? Asking you narrator. So that is why he says that the boy made this comment against the comment that is made by an elderly person. That boy was a boy without brains, and again a youngster, immature and without any manners. He just joins, he tells that he was an youngster, ചെറുപ്പക്കാരൻ, immature, not matured, and without any manners. Why he is not having manners? Because he made a negative comment against an elderly person. പ്രായം ചെന്നവരെ ബഹുമാനിക്കണം, അവർക്കെതിരായിട്ട് നെഗറ്റീവ് കമൻറ്റ് പറയാൻ പാടില്ല. ഇഫ് യു ജസ്റ്റ് ഡു ഓൾ ജസ്റ്റിഫിക്കേഷൻ, ഓൾ ലോജിക്കൽ ആർഗ്യുമെൻറ്റ്സ് ദാറ്റ് അക്കോർഡിംഗ് ടു അവർ നോളജ് ആൻഡ് ഓൾസോ അവർ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ, ഇഫ് യു പുട്ട് ഇൻ ടു പ്രാക്ടീസ്, സംടൈം വി വിൽ ഫൈൻഡ് ദാറ്റ് അവർ പേരൻസ് ആർ സ്റ്റുപ്പിഡ്, അവർ forefathers are stupid, or our grandparents, when they talk without reason. But we tolerate, even if you feel that yes, they are elderly people, they made a mistake. We don't make comment. We are not supposed to make comment, but this fellow has made comment. Thinking that all these things were now of the past, I kept quiet. Narrator did not say anything because he thought that this kind of obligation or this kind of politeness, this kind of good behavior from the part of the youngsters, it only happened in the past. In the modern time, we cannot expect. അതുകൊണ്ട് അദ്ദേഹം മിണ്ടാതെ നിന്നു. Seeing so many people there, Ranga came out with a smile on his face. Had we all gone inside, the place would have turned into what people call the Black Hole of Calcutta. So just seeing that many people have come to see Ranga, Ranga came out of his house and with a small smile on his face, he came to the veranda. And the narrator says that so many people had gathered there in front of his house. If all the people had gone inside that house, small house, all people going inside means they could have suffocated and died, just like as happened in Calcutta, the Black Hole of Calcutta. ഒത്തിരി പേരെ ഒന്നിച്ച് ബ്ലാക്ക് ഹോളിൽ ഒരു ചെറിയ റൂമിൽ അടച്ചിട്ടു, അവരെല്ലാം മരിച്ചു. ഹിസ്റ്ററിയിലുള്ള ഭാഗങ്ങളാണ്. Thank God it did not. He said, thank God that people are not gone inside and nothing happened. They stayed outside only. Everyone was surprised to see that Ranga was the same as he had been 6 months ago, and he had first left our village. An old lady who was near him ran her hand over his chest, looked into his eyes and said, the Janevara is still there. He hasn't lost his caste. She went away soon. After that, Ranga laughed. So everyone who gathered there, they were surprised to see that Ranga was the same person before he left for Bangalore. 6 months before he had gone to Bangalore. After 6 months he came back. There is no change has taken place outwardly. Or his behavior, his politeness, his respect for the elders, the respect for the villagers, the familiarity, everything was there. So no change. But there was an old lady who was standing just near to him. She wanted to understand that whether he has forgotten his religion. And that is why she went very close to him, looked into his eyes, kannil nokki, and then she allowed her hand to pass on his chest. കൈ ചെസ്റ്റിലേക്ക് ഇട്ട് നോക്കി. എന്തിനാണ്? And after that she pulled out that sacred thread which is used by the Brahmins. Janavara means Brahmins ചെസ്റ്റിൽ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന sacred thread ആണ്. The Janavara is still there. He hasn't lost his caste. She was very happy to see that a boy who was gone to the city, he has returned after his studies. He did not lose his caste, because nowadays we know that even the Brahmins, when they go to schools or to some other places, they remove that sacred thread from their chest and put it under the box, and when they come to the village only they may use it. Sometimes they don't use it at all. So this kind of change has not taken place in accountant's son. So what does it prove? Going to the city and studying does not change your religion. She was happy and she went away after that, and Ranga just laughed. Once they realized that Ranga still had the same hands, legs, eyes, and nose, and crowd melted away like the lump of sugar in a child's mouth. I continued to stand there. After everyone had gone, I asked, how are you, Rangappa? Is everything well with you? It was only then that Ranga noticed me. He came near me and did a namaskara, respectfully saying, I am very all right with your blessings. So once the people, the crowd who had joined there recognized that there is no change has taken place in Ranga, all of them bent away one by one. There's a comparison is made how the people have gone. It is just like ഒരു കൈ ഷുഗർ നമ്മൾ വാരി ഒരു കുട്ടിയുടെ വായിലേക്ക് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ നിന്ന് ഓരോ മണികളും അലുത്ത് തീരുന്നത് പോലെ one by one the people have gone away from there. But the narrator continued to be there. After some time, when everybody has gone, our narrator went close to him and he asked, how are you, Rangappa? Very close. That is why he is calling Rangappa. Ranga his name. He calling Rangappa. Is everything well with you? അവനോട് ചോദിക്കണം, നിനക്ക് സുഖം തന്നെയാണോ? എല്ലാം ഭംഗിയായി പോകുന്നുവോ? It was only then that Ranga noticed me. So many people had gathered there. Ranga had not noticed him. He came near me. So what did Ranga do? Ranga did not stand where he was standing. He came very closest to this person. And then he did a namaskara respectfully, saying, I am well, all right with your blessing. അവനൊരു നമസ്കാര പറഞ്ഞു. നമസ്കാരം എങ്ങനെയാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്? Very respectfully. And he just added that, I am all right with your blessing. നിങ്ങളുടെയൊക്കെ പ്രാർത്ഥന കൊണ്ട്, നിങ്ങളുടെയൊക്കെ അനുഗ്രഹം കൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ നന്നായി പോകുന്നു. So he knows how to respect people. He did his namaskara very respectfully, because here the narrator just brings out a clear-cut idea, or rather gives us a picture how people should say namaskara. See the next paragraph. I must draw your attention to this aspect of Ranga's character. Rangയുടെ ഈ ക്യാരക്ടറിലേക്ക് നിങ്ങളുടെ അറ്റൻഷനെ ഞാൻ ക്ഷണിക്കുന്നു എന്നാണ് narrator പറയുന്നത്. എന്താണ്? He knew when it would be to his advantage to talk to someone and rightly assess the people's worth. He says that Ranga knows very clearly to whom, to different people, how one has to talk. When you are talking to your principal, how you talk. When you talk to your teacher, how do you talk. When you talk to your parents, how you talk. When you talk among yourself, how you talk. That means assessing the ability and capacity or the rank or the position of a person, how to talk to people accordingly. It was known to him very clearly. And that is why, as for his namaskara to me, when he said namaskara to me, he did not do it like any present day boy. There is a criticism on saying namaskara by the modern boys and girls. He says that he did not do it like a present day boy. How does the present day boy do? Give namaskara with his head up towards the sun, standing stiff like a pole without joints, jerking his body as if it was either a wand or a walking stick. Nor did he merely fold his hands. He bent low to touch my feet. May you get married soon, I said, blessing him. After exchanging a few pleasantries, I left. So first of all, the author says that how does the modern people, modern boys say namaskara? അവരെങ്ങനെയാണ് ചെയ്യുക? തലയൊട്ടും ബെൻഡ് ചെയ്യാതെ ആകാശത്തിലേക്ക് തല ഉയർത്തിപ്പിടിച്ച്. മുതിർന്ന ഒരാളോട് നമസ്കാരം പറയുമ്പോൾ തല ബെൻഡ് ചെയ്യണം. We have to acknowledge that expression on our face. We have to show that your head is bowed in front of him. And again, standing stiff like a pole without joints. Modern boys say namaskara when they stand like a pole. ഒരു കുന്തം പോലെ നിൽക്കുമെന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്. പോള് പോലെ, വിത്തൗട്ട് ജോയിന്റ് ഇല്ലാത്ത മാതിരി. കാലിനും കൈക്കും ശരീരത്തിനും ജോയിന്റ് ഒന്നും ഇല്ലാത്ത മാതിരി ഒരു പോള് പോലെ നിൽക്കും. Jerking his body as if it were as either a wand or a walking stick. എങ്ങനെയാണ് അവർ നമസ്കാരം പറയാ? അങ്ങനെ നിന്നുകൊണ്ട് ജെർക്കിങ് ഹിസ് ബോഡി, ചെറുതായിട്ട് ശരീരം ഒന്ന് ജെർക്ക് ചെയ്യും, ഒന്ന് കുലുക്കും. ആസ് ഇഫ് their body is like a wand or a walking stick. വാൻഡ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മാജിക് വാൻഡ്, അതായത് മജീഷ്യൻ്റെ കയ്യിലൊക്കെയുള്ള ചെറിയ വടി, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വാക്കിംഗ് സ്റ്റിക്ക്, നടക്കാൻ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന വടി മാതിരി ചെറുതായിട്ടൊന്ന് ജെർക്ക് ചെയ്യും. അങ്ങനെയല്ല നമസ്കാരം പറയേണ്ടതെന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. Nor did he merely fold his hands. നമ്മൾ നമസ്കാരം പറയുന്ന സമയത്ത് ചില സമയത്ത് കൈ ഫോൾഡ് ചെയ്യുമായിരിക്കും. ചിലപ്പം നമ്മൾ പറയുന്ന വ്യക്തിയുടെ മുഖത്ത് പോലും നോക്കിയാല. ചിലപ്പം നമ്മളെല്ലാം പ്ലൂറലാക്കി കളയും. അതായത് ഇഫ് യു ആർ സെയിങ് ഗുഡ് മോർണിംഗ്, ഗുഡ് ഈവനിങ് ഓർ എനിത്തിങ്, ആൻഡ് ഗുഡ് ഈവനിങ് ആൻഡ് ഗുഡ് മോർണിംഗിന് ഫോൾഡ് ചെയ്യേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. കാരണം ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് എ വെസ്റ്റേൺ സ്റ്റൈൽ. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ നമസ്കാരം എന്ന് മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയുന്ന സമയത്ത് അതിന് വേണ്ട രീതിയിൽ നമ്മൾ ആളെ അംഗീകരിക്കണം. മുഖത്തേക്ക് പോലും നോക്കാതെ ഗുഡ് മോർണിംഗ് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് യാതൊരു കാര്യവുമില്ല. യു ഷുഡ് ലുക്ക് അറ്റ് ദ ഫേസ് ഓഫ് ദ പീപ്പിൾ ആൻഡ് യു ഹാവ് ടു സേ ഇറ്റ്. സോ ഈ സേസ് ദാറ്റ് കൈ ഫോൾഡ് ചെയ്ത് ചുമ്മാ കൈ ഫോൾഡ് ചെയ്യുക മാത്രമല്ല രംഗ ചെയ്തത്. Then what did he do? He bent low to touch my feet. നമ്മുടെ സൗത്ത് ഇന്ത്യൻ കൾച്ചറിൽ കാലിന് തൊടുന്ന ഒരു കൾച്ചർ നമുക്കില്ല. But we can find that these migrated students, when they come to our school, they used to do like that. But after joining with us for some time, they will also leave that one. But in their culture, it is there. കാല് തൊട്ട് വന്ദിക്കുക, മുതിർന്ന ഏത് വ്യക്തിയുടെയും കാലിന് തൊട്ട് വന്ദിക്കുക, അവരുടെ അനുഗ്രഹം സീക്ക് ചെയ്യുക. സോ we will find that the modern boys, they want to bend, they will just simply, they will show as if they are bending, but they will not touch the feet. അപ്പോൾ ഇയാൾ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത് he bent low to touch my feet, and when he touched my feet, I just blessed him. എങ്ങനെയാണ് ബ്ലെസ് ചെയ്ത്? may you get married soon. അങ്ങനെയാണ് നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും ടച്ച് ചെയ്യാൻ തയ്യാറായിരിക്കും ഒരു പക്ഷേ അല്ലേ. ഇയാൾ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ബ്ലെസ് ചെയ്തത്? may you get married soon. I said blessing him after exchanging a few pleasantries I left. Why he just blessed him like that? Because this boy has completed his study, and in those days it was his age to get married. Because this grown-up person, the narrator believes that a man becomes fully a man only when he becomes a family man, and then only he can become service to the society. And therefore the best blessing that he can give him is that letting get married to a suitable wife, and that is why he blessed him like that. That afternoon when I was resting, Ranga came to my house with a couple of oranges in his hand. A generous, considerate fellow. It would be a fine thing to have him marry, settle down, and be of service to society, I thought. So if you are going for a tour, if you are going from our place, going to visit some places, and when you come back, we bring some apples, oranges, or something which is not available in the village. When he come, we share these things with our friends, our family members. Sometime the families which are very close to us, neighbors-നും കൊടുക്കുമായിരിക്കും. അത് തന്നെയാണ് ഇവിടെ ചെയ്തത്. When he came from Bangalore, it's a place where a lot of oranges are grown. He brought a couple of oranges. He went to the house of this narrator, and then he gave him. And the narrator was very happy. He said, he is a very generous boy, he is a considerate fellow, and that is why he was able to give this orange. And then he thought in his mind, narrator thought in his mind, it would be a fine thing to have him marry. അയാൾ വിചാരിച്ചു ഇവന് നല്ലൊരു പെൺകുട്ടിയെ കണ്ടുപിടിച്ച് ഇവൻ്റെ കല്യാണം കഴിപ്പിച്ചു കൊടുക്കണം. And settle down, he should settle down in his life and be a service to society. അങ്ങനെ ഈ സൊസൈറ്റിക്ക് അവനൊരു സർവീസായി മാറണം, I thought. For a while we talked about this and that, and I came to the point, Rangappa, when do you plan to get married? For a while they just talked about something, just chatting, adu idu okke samsarichu, cheriya karyangalokke samsarichu. Then finally he came to the point, because our lesson is connected with this aspect. He just asked him, Rangappa, when do you plan to get married? എപ്പോഴാണ് നീ കല്യാണം കഴിക്കാൻ പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത്? So what was his reply? Is that I am not going to get married now, he said. He said that I am not going to get married now. Why not? So the narrator was actually not happy. He asked, why not? Because normally when somebody says that I am not going to get married now, probably he might have found somebody there in Bangalore. It happens like that. But in his case, what happened? He does not know. He asked, why not? He told, I need to find the right girl. I know an officer who got married only 6 months ago. He is about 30 and his wife is 25. I am told they will be able to talk lovingly to each other. Let us say I married to a very young girl. She may take my words spoken in love as spoken in anger. So what he is telling, what is his ideas about marriage? He says that a man should marry a matured girl. He says, I need to find a right girl, then only I will marry. That means he has not found out the right girl so far. And he gives the example of an officer who married. He says that, I know an officer who got married only 6 months ago. 6 മാസം മുമ്പാണ് കല്യാണം കഴിച്ചത്. അവരുടെ പ്രായത്തിലുള്ള വ്യത്യാസം. He is about 30 and his wife is 25, I am told. അവരുടെ പ്രായത്തിൽ 5 വയസ്സിൻ്റെ ഡിഫറൻസ് ആണ്. Husband is 25 and wife is... so husband is 30 and wife is 25. Always in our Indian culture and everywhere, the wife will be few years younger than the husband. Because in girls, the maturity comes before the male. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് അവർ ഈക്വലി അവരുടെ മെൻ്റൽ സ്റ്റാറ്റസും അവരുടെ മെൻ്റൽ ഡെവലപ്മെൻറ്റ് ഈക്വൽ ആണെങ്കിൽ ദേ ഷുഡ് ബി 3 to 4 years of difference among themselves. So what you should understand is that no one will marry a girl or a boy of the same age. That is practiced from the very beginning. But you can give me an example of people where there are so many people who are getting married, even woman is older than the male. You may give, but that is different. But here, according to his idea, according to our traditional practice, a wife is always few years younger than the husband. Here, he said, in the case of this officer and his wife, they'll be able to talk lovingly to each other. അവർ രണ്ടുപേരും അങ്ങോട്ടും ഇങ്ങോട്ടും സ്നേഹത്തോടെ സംസാരിക്കാനായിട്ട് പറ്റും. കാരണം 5 വയസ്സിൻ്റെ വ്യത്യാസം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിലും രണ്ടുപേരും ഫ്രണ്ട്സിനെ പോലെയാണ്. കാരണം അവരുടെ മെച്യൂരിറ്റി, മെൻ്റൽ മെച്യൂരിറ്റി ഈസ് ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് ഈക്വൽ. Let us say I married a very young girl. He is giving another example. He said, suppose if I marry a very young girl, ഇവർ തമ്മിലുള്ള ഏജ് ഡിഫറൻസ് വലുതാണെങ്കിൽ, she may take my words spoken in love as words spoken in anger. ഞാൻ സ്നേഹത്തോടു കൂടി അവളോട് സംസാരിക്കുമ്പം അവൾ വിചാരിക്കും ഞാൻ അരിശപ്പെട്ടെന്ന്. And again he is giving example from Shakuntala. Recently a troupe in Bangalore staged a play called Shakuntala. There is no question of Dasaratha falling in love with Shakuntala if she were young. So he is giving an example, a traditional example from the play. He says that a troupe in Bangalore, they staged a play called Shakuntala, and in which Dasaratha would not have fallen in love with Shakuntala if Shakuntala was very young. Like the present day brides is there. So he is also adding, the present day brides are very young. So this is a time when a child marriage is taking place. നമ്മുടെ ഇന്നത്തെ കാലത്തെക്കുറിച്ചല്ല പറയുന്നത്, പഴയ കാലമാണ്. അന്ന് കുട്ടികൾ the girls are sent in marriage at a very younger age. So he says that in this particular story, Shakuntala was a matured girl, and that is why Dasaratha had fallen in love with Shakuntala. And again he says that she was not very young like the present day brides. ഇന്നത്തെ കാലത്തെ ബ്രൈഡിനെ പോലെ ചെറുപ്പമായിരുന്നില്ല. There is no question of Dasaratha falling in love with Shakuntala if she was young like the present day brides is there. What would have happened to Kalidas' play if suppose Dasaratha is not falling in love with Shakuntala, his play? What would have happened? What would be the climax? If one gets married, it would be a girl who is mature. This is his idea about marriage. If one is getting married, he should get married to a girl who is a matured girl. പ്രായപൂർത്തിയായ പെൺകുട്ടിയെ കല്യാണം കഴിക്കണം. Otherwise, one should remain a bachelor. If he is not able to find out a matured girl, he should remain as a bachelor. He said better to leave without getting married. That is why I am not marrying now. So this is the reason he says that why he is not marrying now. He says that he is not marrying because he has not found out a suitable girl. He wanted that he should get married to a matured girl. I already told you that this story was written when a child marriage was taking place in Karnataka and all that. But now, when you say that child marriage means at the age of 4, 5, 6, the people used to get married. So that was the time. So this story is actually criticizing that practice. And later on, people started getting married 11, 12, then 15, 16. And now you know that what is the age for a girl to marry. that is 18, and for a boy to get married 21. But nobody gets married so early nowadays because we want professionally settled down, and then only these days people get married. Is there any other reason? So the narrator is asking that, is there any other reason? Because he is doubting, since he has come from city, he has got some other love affair or something like that. Is there any other reason? A man should marry a girl he admires. What we have now are arranged marriages. How can one admire a girl with a milk stain on one side of her face and wetness on the other, or so young that she doesn't even know how to bite her fingers? He has got one more reason. What is the reason? He says that a man should marry a girl he admires. That means a girl should have certain quality so that boy should be able to admire that girl. He says, what we have now are arranged marriages. He is against arranged marriages. What kind of arranged marriages? The old style of arranged marriage. Old style of arranged marriage means the parents fix and they get married. He is criticizing that type of arranged marriages. He says, how can one admire a girl with the milk stain on one side of her face? എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മുലകുടി മാറാത്ത പെൺകുട്ടി, milk stain on one side of the face and wetness on the other. What is wetness on the other? മറ്റേ സൈഡിൽ, വായുടെ മറ്റേ സൈഡിൽ എന്താണ്? വായിക്കൂടെ വെള്ളം ഒലിപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. ചെറിയ കുട്ടികളുടെ സ്വഭാവമാണ്, വിരൽ കടിച്ച് വെള്ളം ഒലിപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുക. Also young that she doesn't even know how to bite her fingers. നാണം കുടുങ്ങാൻ പോലും അറിയത്തില്ലാത്ത കുട്ടി, blush ചെയ്യാൻ അറിയാത്ത കുട്ടി. A girl, you know that in nursery school and all that, boys and girls will be mixed and made to sit in the class and they don't find anything. But even when you come to the higher classes, you have got some kind of detachment. ഒന്നിച്ചിരിക്കാനായിട്ട് മടി വരും. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് കുറച്ച് കഴിയുമ്പോൾ പിന്നെ താല്പര്യം കൂടും, അത് വേറെ കാര്യമാണ്. ബട്ട് ഇവിടെ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്, a girl who does not know how to bite her fingers. A girl, when she comes in front of a stranger, especially of opposite sex, she feel blushed, she feel ashamed, നാണം വരും, അങ്ങനെ ഫിംഗേഴ്സ് ബൈറ്റ് ചെയ്യും. അതുപോലും അറിയത്തില്ലാത്ത പെൺകുട്ടിയെ എങ്ങനെയാണ് കല്യാണം കഴിക്കുക? One a neem fruit, other is a bitter gourd. Neem fruit എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ bitter ആണ്, കയ്പാണ്. bitter gourd, പാവയ്ക്ക, അതും കയ്പാണ്. A girl who does not know how to bite her fingers, she cannot be married. കയ്പാണ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഉദാഹരണമായിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നതാണ്. Exactly, Ranga said, laughing. So one is a neem fruit and other is a bitter gourd. ഇതാരാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്? ശ്യാമയാണ് പറയുന്നത്. And we find that Ranga is agreeing with that. I was distressed that a boy who I thought would make a good husband had decided to remain a bachelor. After chatting for a little longer, Ranga left. I made up my mind right then that I must get him married. So the narrator was unhappy that he thought that this boy can make a good husband. Why? Because he is a polite boy, he is very considerate boy. He has given him oranges, he knows how to say namaskara, he just receives blessings of the elders, so he will be a good husband. And that is why he was unhappy that this boy decided to remain bachelor. If he becomes a husband, he will have children, he will become service to the society. So after that they chatted for a little more time, and after that Ranga left him, and the narrator made up his mind that surely I'll get married. Narrator thought that